We want to go back
Yeah,
to UFC real quick
yeah, we
though.
we can.
We really just talked about. I feel like we talked about what's the face. Let's switch this over. We talked about Whitaker Acosta. I feel like we talked about Marab. Uh,
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Ian Gary, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't
that.
talk about Gary. That was an interesting fight, honestly.
Yeah, Jeff Neal, he makes everybody look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he fought some
Yeah,
he fought somebody, Shavkat Rakhmonov, undefeated
yeah.
right before this
Mm-hmm.
fight, and Rakhmonov been running through. Rakhmonov is like Hamza right now. Like, bro, he
Mm-hmm.
has all his wins. He's undefeated, and all his wins are finishes. It's insane. Like, no, we never seen nothing like Shavkat. He finished Jeff Neal, but he didn't finish him until like the end of the third round, I think. And Jeff Neal did the same shit he did with Shavkat that he did with Ian Gary, which is just
Mm-hmm.
not make him look as great as he usually looks. But Ian Gary still won. Ian Gary still won.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan had it spot on with those knees and those jabs
Yeah.
that were
No.
following right after
Yeah.
throwing those knees. Those were
Mm-hmm.
so nice. That
No.
that might have literally been the difference in the fight
No.
for Ian on that one. That shit was so nice to see.
No.
Jeff is so frustrating. You could tell.
Yeah, no, it was one of those weird balances where I feel like he almost maybe he fell on the other end of what he usually does because it feels like Jeff will, yeah, like you said, he's gonna go in, not like muck it up, but he's just like you're not gonna get a hold of a guy like you
Yeah,
used to being able to get a hold of a guy when you fight him, but you feel like I think the length was a big part of it. But you can see like Jeff, like it's weird because this nigga was landing when he was kind of coming in, but this nigga couldn't come in for more than one or two throws at a time before he like
yeah.
had to get out just because of the length and like getting through the length was a lot for him just the whole time. But yeah, it was interesting to see for Gary. I think it's a good. That's one of those fights you need on your way up, right? You need to have, especially if you've kind of been, not want to say dominating, but he hasn't. Like I don't know, I feel like he doesn't have some people that make him do this too often on his little
Yeah.
road to the
Remember
top.
his last fight? Yeah, he has just been blowing. Yeah,
You need that
100%.
one, but he looked good. I mean, to your point, he looked good the whole time. I feel like because it never felt like he was never hitting you. I think that was a big difference, right? I feel like Neal was landing one, maybe two. I feel like Gary was never just hitting them with one shot. Like
Mhm.
it was always taking up the kick and following it up
Yeah.
with a shot to the body or a shot up top, where it was landing one like not landing just one punch. He was always landing a couple every time he was getting into the mix, and all they just you feel him with him, man. I don't know what it is
Yeah.
with his shots, man, but you feel him when he throws them definitely.
Like you think about how great Ian can literally be, and
Mm-hmm.
like you even think championship type like potentially, but then you just think about the division he's in,
Mm-hmm.
and fuck. You got potentially Hamza. I don't know what fucking weight class he's gonna fight, 170 or 185. You got Leon Edwards. You got
Mm-hmm.
Shavkat Rakhmonov. You got Bilal Muhammad. I don't know, bro. He has a lot of he wants to fight Kobe. Like that's a good call out. I like
Yeah.
that. Like he knows the path that he has to take. It's not like he's not asking for Leon already, which is
Yeah.
smart.
Seemed like he taking his time. I feel like he said that a little bit in the or in his post fight too. Just like,
Mm,
yeah, it didn't seem like he was. He said he knows. He said he feels confident that he's gonna get there, but he also doesn't seem like he's trying to jump levels necessarily, like some
mm,
niggas do. Like some niggas do without even asking sometimes. So
yeah. Like
seems like
Hamza fucking 3 fights. This motherfucker. I feel it though. They give it to him. He's good enough to fight for the belt, but it's just like crazy. Just 2 or 3 fights in the UFC. I think he has like 3 or 4, but that's like Alex Pereira. Like
mm-hmm.
you don't see that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, UFC 300 got announced. They finally
Yeah, we
fucking
saw it. It was
announced
Jamal.
Jamal and Alex Pereira. Yeah, Jamal Hill
Yeah,
versus Alex Pereira. It's
yeah,
gonna be a good one.
should be fun. Yeah,
Jamal,
no,
remember Jamal was a champ before Alex, but he got injured and
yeah. That was
had
the
to.
whole where they had the whole three niggas fighting for like whatever they had the last few
That was
weeks.
before that happened. So then the Jamal shit happened even after
Yeah,
that to make the whole fucking
yeah.
light heavyweight division even more goofy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah,
But let's get back. He gonna fight.
getting his
It's gonna
shot. See if he gets it back. It'd be interesting to see what happens to the division. This is Pereira because Pereira went up, right? This is him. He's already jumped up from
he went up, became champ, and this is his first defense.
first defense. Let's see. His rise has been kind of crazy. I feel like it's all just been the last 2.5 years. I know he's been putting in work before that, but it's just crazy to see
He,
once he hit UFC.
he
Let's
might
just
have a last dance documentary type shit if he just
yeah,
like him going to the UFC. I mean, it was only like 6 fight. He hasn't even
mm-hmm.
fought 10 times yet.
Yeah,
He hasn't fought 10 times yet, and he's been UFC champion in 2 different weight classes. That's not fucking real. Like,
Yep.
there's people who have fought 40 times who haven't even made it to the UFC. He's fought 10 times in his MMA career, not and just already got 2 belts in 2 different divisions, and still has one of them. It's crazy. It's not real.
You think that's gonna inspire like other niggas that are like dominant within a particular
Like Muay Thai champions
Yeah,
and
like
other kickboxing champions,
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
100%. I hope it does. It should.
Mm-hmm.
This was a prime example. I mean, he he got fed strikers. He got fed pure strikers that weren't wrestlers on his way up so that he could become champion and fight Izzy.
Yeah, no.
But I think he ended up learning wrestling throughout just these years of just fighting those strikers and just still training MMA the whole time and being with Glover Teixeira and training jiu-jitsu all the time. Because I can't remember who he fought to become champion of light heavyweight.
Let me see if I can find his last
I can't remember. I want to say he beat Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the name that sounds most familiar out of the top 5.
Let's see.
It was
Yair, but he beat
Blachowicz.
He beat Blachowicz before on his light heavyweight debut, and Blachowicz beat Izzy because of his wrestling. Because Izzy's wrestling wasn't good enough for Blachowicz, and Pereira was good at his defense was good enough to stop that shit. And I don't know, man. He might be an all around fighter now, not just a kickboxer. He might be a real MMA fighter now. It's crazy. It's crazy talking about that because he's actually fucking champ, like barely all around fighter.
Champ, and still got so much places he can go. Actually, yeah, and I feel like you've seen it happen. I feel like that's a prototype that's starting to happen. Just nigga that's really good striker, like Muay Thai, kickboxing, just becomes good enough at defense, at least that you can't take advantage like of him on the ground or with the wrestling kind of type shit.
A specialists are the best thing, bro. Honestly, I'm starting to notice that like people who are just dominant in one field, like those are the people, man. I
feel like there's influx of Muay Thai, kickboxing, and even like feel like the last like DC is part of this. But I've heard it's always kind of been in UFC, but just like the dominant wrestler that can come in and really just be great in this. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting, man.
It's gonna be a good one. Does it say right there when 300 is? When is it again?
Let me see. I had the events up a second ago. 300. We got. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about Moreno Royval for next week.
Oh, that's gonna be.
That's the Mexico card, right?
Yeah, I want to talk about the co-main on that real quick.
Yeah, you want to talk 300 first? You want to talk?
I just want to check the date on 300. When is the date?
April 13th.
April 13th.
That's a lot of fucking fight nights in between, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. We'll probably break that down next week. Yeah. 300's card.
Yeah, finally now that we actually know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
It took a long time. I guess everything else was set, but this one, but the fight.
The Pereira Hill. Yeah.
That's good.
The most important one.
What's gonna bring it all together? It's a good one. It's good. I feel like it's not gonna hit as like these next two, like this one and the next one's gonna hit, but it's gonna still feel like it's gonna be a pretty fun card.
Definitely. Ariel Helwani made up a pretty good point that got me thinking that shit really is true. He's saying how WWE and the UFC are really the only 2 companies that can have a pay-per-view event or that can have like an event without the main event announced and for sure will sell out wherever they go. Like everybody will buy the tickets. Like they don't like if you do a fucking thing in Florida right now and don't announce who's going to be the main event, like those tickets are going to sell out. And probably WWE is the only other company that can do that.
No, 100%. Because it is like it's like trying to put on a playoff event where you're not sure if LeBron and Steph are actually going to play each other. It's like they're really going to be checking for it like that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's interesting. Nah, that's just dope. When is? I'll say, is 300 going to be the last one right before International Fight Week? Maybe. They're probably.
30, maybe
301's in May. I think they're doing Fight Week in like June or something like that. So maybe it's that next one.
Well, I'm terrible at remembering like 297, 290. I can't even remember what 296 was. Like I can't
No,
like
it happened so fast, man. We seen some good shit this year too. I just can't tell you what specifically happened in which one, honestly.
bring it up to me first. I'm terrible at that. But
Anything else from? I feel
I
like.
just want to touch this Royval card. Oh,
Oh
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
298.
Oh, we get the Roy Val shit real quick though, if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
said
just
co-main. Oh,
yes.
Yair.
So Yair is going to fight Brian Ortega in the featherweight division, and Yair and Topuria were talking shit this whole week leading up to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were really going at it. That's just hella funny. So I'm a big Yair fan, so I want to see
Hmm.
Yair win this shit, and I really think him and Topuria will fight next. If I don't think Topuria is gonna fight Volk, bro. I really don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Who's the champ right now? Is it O'Malley?
No,
Oh,
Topuria.
Topuria
This
is
is
the champ. I'm
featherweight.
sorry. No, this is
Yeah,
the other division. That's my bad.
yeah,
My bad. Yeah. No, I can see it. Oh yeah.
yeah,
You see, winner gets the yeah. It seemed like it seemed like you were playing it right, Dane. I'm just kind of talking it through. It seemed like he was
yeah,
doing the nice guy, like respecting Volk, but it seemed like he was talking away. Like he don't want to give Volk that fight, man. It sounds like,
yeah,
especially because they said it's going to be in Spain essentially, right? They're definitely doing the
yep,
Spain pay per view. That's where it's going to be.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I like how they're starting to do that now. That you like when somebody is champs, they'll let them have one where they're from. That's just
yeah.
dope.
Nah, shit really is dope. Especially the up and coming countries. Like again, you said they had like five. You said like Spain got like 4 or 5 fighters maybe total in the mix
Yeah,
right now that they've had like all time kind of real shit, and they finally get a champ. You want to bring the
yeah,
sport like the equivalent of having the Olympics. Like want to bring the Olympics to Europe to everybody to see Michael Jordan play. Just
yeah,
you gotta build your sport out a little bit.
yep,
Nah,
100%.
I fuck with it. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, you think winner of this? You think Ortega got a shot, or you think?
I don't know if Ortega is gonna get a shot if he wins this. Maybe, but
Oh, so I was
I don't
saying
see
you
it.
think Ortega got a shot against Yair just in general.
100%, a
Yeah,
100%. Yes, but I really think Yair is gonna win this. Because he knows if he
yeah,
wins, then he'll
he
fight
gets the
Topuria type shit, and he's the type of person that win a fight that he knows he has to win and like turn it
yeah,
up even more. He's a good ass fighter, man. He's like Taekwondo based type fighters. Shit's hella nice. He'll throw 2 kick, 3 kick combo just off like never putting his foot down type
yeah.
shit. It's nice.
This is a nasty main and co-main for a fight night, man. I feel like they'd be
Yep.
going all out for the international ones, but this is
Yep.
this is a really good one. Shit, this reminds me of
You see.
that France card that they had.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
I
It's
see it.
a good. The main event is gonna be good. It's just that co-main with Yair has really high stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if people are talking about that. They should be.
You gotta figure, yeah.
Yeah.
Topuria didn't really make a call out, did he?
No,
Nah, yeah,
no. But you know what I think that is? I think that it's the beef is so real that it's that type of
yeah,
beef where you don't they do name and give them attention. Like you really
yeah.
just like because the way they're going at it is like
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Nah, especially that's thing. You just won the belt for the first time. You ain't trying to give this nigga no air in your mind at the moment. I can
yep.
understand that. I feel it for sure.